All right, it's a beautiful Thursday morning. Good morning, and thank you for joining us on TVC Breakfast. I am Veronica Danik-Boy, and joining me on set this morning is Theophilus Ilama. Theophilus, good morning.
Good morning, Veronica, and thank you very much for having me. It's the eve of the weekend. So.
Right, you're counting down already to the weekend.
Well, the countdown is our profession. We still work.
You mentioned it. That's why I was wondering why you were counting down.
But it's all good. It's all good. It's great to be here. Thank you very much for having me.
Nice to have you. Let's quickly look at some of the issues we'll be touching on this morning. We'll be looking at the matter of the signing of the agreement with Germany by the president on the supply of gas to Germany. We'll look at that. And then we're also going to look into the papers this morning and also look at the controversies around the judiciary, eyes on the judiciary, as it has been said, especially with regards to the controversies surrounding certified true copies, as well as the judgments from, or the verdicts of the appeals courts with regards to the opposition governors that were removed by the verdicts from the appeals court in recent times. These are some of the issues we'll be looking at this morning. So let's begin with this story where Nigeria will now supply more gas to Germany after the two countries signed a deal that will also include $500 million in renewable energy investments in the West African nation. The project is expected to supply energy to Germany at 850,000 tons per annum, expanding to 1.2 million tons per annum, and is expected to begin in 2026. Recall that since President Bola Ahmed Tinubu came into office, he has been courting foreign investors to Africa's largest economy, pointing to his reforms on fuel subsidies and currency controls as incentives. And he has been taking bold steps at addressing the matters of bringing development into the country. And this, a lot of persons have lauded, so to speak, Theophilus. But recall that Nigeria has the highest in Africa, largest deposit of natural gas reserves of more than 200 million cubic feet. But what we do is that we flare gas or burn it off at about 300 million cubic feet daily due to inadequate processing facilities. So with this deal, we'll see that we'll not be having much of that flaring, because we have been talking about the matters of climate change and its impact, and one of it is the flaring of gas. And it's another good thing is that this project will be domiciled majorly in rural areas. We'll be seeing the use of renewable energy across these areas, and this is one incentive that I am looking forward to.
And of course, we also believe that this will ensure that we delve more into gas, because Nigeria has a lot of gas reserves, and so we need to take advantage. And I like the fact that now we are taking advantage of the CNG, that's compressed natural gas for vehicles, to reduce the impact of the fuel subsidy removal. And so with this gas deal, we might see a lot more, how do I put it, a lot more movement towards gas usage, because it's clean energy.
Right.
House cooking gas, compressed natural gas, liquefied natural gas, and all of that. We'll move towards that area and tap from there. Of course, that will bring in more currency, more money for the country.
Foreign direct investment, yes.
Foreign direct investment as well. So we welcome this, and of course we believe that there will be more of these kinds of developments coming into Nigeria.
Indeed, more of these developments. The president has been, like we mentioned, courting international organization, visiting international, countries, so to speak, so as to see how he can deepen relations with these countries. And that is one of the promises he made while campaigning for the election earlier this year. And it is good to see these major steps being taken. The reserves we have now been channeled to something that can, bring us the resources that we need to address infrastructural decay and every other aspect, talking about security, talk about education, vision, how we can spread these monies to other aspects of our lives such that we can see the needed improvement, and Nigerians can talk about dividends of democracy as they have often looked forward to. And so this arrangement come 2026 is supposed to kick off. We are hoping that measures will be put in place, because I mentioned earlier that the matter of facilities to ensure that we have this necessary steps taken to ensure the facilities we need to ensure that this is successful has to now begin to be put in place by government, on the part of government, as well as Germany, working hand in glove with Nigeria to ensure we have the right facilities to put this in place. And it will be so beneficial to those in the rural areas because a lot of them do not have access to clean energy, as we know. So this will be something that will help their lives. Yes, we know that life in the rural areas may not be as expensive, but then it will be an improvement from what we have always known with regards to the kind of lifestyle we have seen in rural areas, and it will bring the needed development for them.
Development, yes, for them. Of course, we expect that if this is domiciled in the rural areas, we also expect that there should be developments within those areas. At least let's see good roads, let's see potable drinking water, electricity as well, because some people in Nigeria are taking advantage of gas to power their homes and all of that, apart from solar, apart from the regular energy we have, gas. So we also see that there's a spiral effect. There's going to be a spiral effect in the sense that we're going to have the price of gas might reduce. We're going to still have gas for power, electricity. I'm also going to have foreign companies or different companies will be coming into the country to want to provide electricity using gas as well. So it provides a lot of competition for the companies we have here and those coming in. So it means that Nigeria have a plethora of opportunities to use in providing several incentives and several things they need for their development. Of course, we hope, like I said earlier, let us see development in these rural areas, not just go and domicile there and take advantage of what they have to gain something, but at least let them
also benefit from the presence of these companies or the fact that we'll be domiciling most of the infrastructure needed for the success of this project around those areas. They should benefit. It's very, very important. And we now perhaps begin to see we're shifting attention from fossil fuel, talking about petrol, which is something that is being championed as we speak. This is also going to dominate conversations at COP that will be happening later this month. The matter of shifting to clean energy, neutral carbon, and all of that, which is critical to any society because we have seen the impact of climate change over the years. We know the number of flooding we have recorded and the attendant damage it has had. Farmers losing their farms. We are talking about the fact that a lot of persons might not have food to eat in the coming years because of the impact of climate change. So now that we are shifting our attention from petrol, fossil fuel, so to speak, let's perhaps explore every advantage that we can take from this arrangement that will benefit us as a country, move us to that level that we need to get to. It's very critical. Earlier you mentioned the matter of CNG buses. So now how many people have begun to embrace that? Are we doing enough advocacy with regards to educating people on the need to move in this direction? Are we beginning to see a lot of awareness being created with regards to how it is important that as you move to the use of the compressed natural gas, there are safety measures you must also consider. So we must see a balance, create more awareness with regards to all of these moves that we are taking, the government is trying to take as it is right now. At the end of the day, it's in the benefit of Nigerians and Nigeria. And we hope that we see the results, because some would say, when I was looking through social media. I've seen some reactions with regards to, oh, this is not the first time. Previous administration have signed agreements with Germany and some other countries. Not much has been seen with regards to that. We believe that this administration will push this to the very end, ensure that the infrastructure needed to deliver the results we need is put in place at the end of the day.
Talking about CNG, I think it's more of advocacy that we need, because I'm actually working on a story on the use of CNG for vehicles. And what I've realized is that there are CNG buses in Nigeria. In Lagos,
there are, but...
Yes. People might have gotten into them without knowing. But a lot of people are still scared of the mindset about gas. Because in some other areas in Lagos, in Ogun State and all of that, people still use gas, as liquefied natural gas, to power generators. So now a lot of people, some few people are going towards, some Uber drivers, e-hailing cabs are going towards CNG. Some of these vehicles are being converted to CNG use.
Actually, what is happening is we are trying to play catch-up. Most African countries have moved ahead with compressed natural gas.
Because even the government is trying quite right, but not much.
We hope to see more to be done, being done with regards to that. We have to leave this conversation here now.